So 800 days ago, I started this free-to-play account with the goal of reaching the end of the trophy road, which at the time was 50,000 trophies. Well, I achieved that goal. And then Brawl Stars extended it to 70,000 trophies, so I played more, and I reached that goal too. So when Brawl Stars announced the Masteries event and that the trophy road was being extended to 100,000 trophies, I knew my time had come. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. It's day 789, and I have not played this account for a month. And we started off by getting free stuff. Okay, also we've got this, a season trophy mega trophy box. What do we get? 11 items. What do we get here? Okay, Surge skin. I kind of like that skin, not gonna lie. Actually, I think that's kind of a crappy box. Here we go. Let's get 10 star drops. See if we get anything good. 30 credits. And look at, we're already almost to Kaze. Okay, you got literally, this is, I come back and this is what you give me. Rares, but we got a legend. Here we go. What do we get? We are 1/11th of the way to Kaze. Rank. Oh, are you kidding me? Give me the PPXP. Bro! Now after those, I had a mountain of quests to catch up on, so into ranked we went. Now only 2 games in, I decided that since I didn't have any mastery titles on this account, I had to go with my favorite brawler to try to get my very first one. Who's gold 2? Oh, I am real close to a mastery title on here. Of course, it's like one of the worst mastery titles in the game. Literally, caca. So I was going to play him wherever I could, but sometimes I did have to go with other ones. However, I probably should have just picked carry brawlers like every time because I had games like this. Auto aim harder. What are my teammates doing, bro? My teammates are literal like mouth breathers. So come on. Oh, come on, please, my man. Get it to me then. Get it to me then. How? I don't understand. I literally cannot carry any harder. With my quested rank finished, it was time to get on some of the other ones, and I was realizing that this was going to be tough with low brawlers, but it had to be done, so Power 9 8-bit in Heist seemed reasonable enough. 225? And then I realized that I shouldn't be trying to get titles. That shouldn't be the focus of this. So the goal would be to get Silver 3 on every brawler, ideally, but I don't know if that's really possible. So let's see how many Silver 3s that I can get before the update hits. And I'm not going to claim any of the rewards until it does, so hopefully it'll be a big drop. Now a little later, my friends joined up and I wanted to start getting the ranks, so I was playing probably not the best brawlers for the maps, but rather just ones that I could get the mastery done on. And with my stellar Lu abilities, I carried my team to victory and my first Silver 3 brawler. Next up was Squeak, but I really wanted his wind-up gadget, so I bought that, and then I went in. And just a couple of games later, I think this is going to take me to Silver 3. Indeed, it does. Next was Byron, and he only had 4,000 hit points, so I did have to be really careful and mainly spent my time healing my teammates. Well, stop juking my shots, Koala. Okay, well. But lucky for us, Andy was popping off, and we reached Silver 3, which was our 3rd for the day. The next one was RT, a brawler that I'm really not that great with, but we actually kind of worked it out. Piper, are you okay? Boom, Silver 3 on RT. I love it. Then I decided, you know what? It is time to get my very first mastery title on this account. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, I went with Crow. Naturally, I find the one last bow mine. Bring it on. Give me my mastery title. There we go. This one we will collect. So I equipped it and went back to working on more Silver 3s, and Lumi was close and still OP, so we rampaged through those games until yet another Silver 3 was reached. Dude, that is such an OP play. Like, they all got boxed out to one side, and then he just went up on the other side. Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. I think that's Silver 3. It is. Then it was time to head home for the day. But if you thought that I was done, then well, you would be sorely mistaken. When I got home, I decided to level up one of my really low brawlers so that he would be usable. But it was only to Power 8, so it wasn't real great. But then my friends wanted to play, so back on the Silver 3 grind I went. And with that, we ended off the day getting a bunch of masteries of Silver 3, a new title, some good drops, and over 500 trophies. That's a solid day. Now, the next day, we were still sitting at 400% mastery bonus. So after a quick look at where my masteries and then my quests were, I went into rank to get warmed up. But I mean, when you got Banana Man running headlong into danger immediately upon spawning, it did not end well. I don't know what to say, Barley. That was pathetic. So I figured that, you know what, that's all the warm-up I could stand, and it was just back to masteries. Terra was already close, and Triple Dribble was up, so it seemed like a pretty good choice. But at some point, I guess my friends changed the map, and I found myself playing Power 9 Terra over 1,000 trophies in Ring of Fire. Dude, we just got absolutely annihilated. It's not even close. I mean, at least we got 2%, am I right? So I re-chose my brawler because I thought that Spike might do pretty well, but I leveled him up one time just to get a little bit of help, and it worked out pretty well. Oh my gosh, Bang, this is brutal, bro. It's brutal. This guy really does not like me, man. He really, really, really does not like us. Bro, just stop. Benji, I'm sorry I had to embarrass you like that in a video. But, you look like me playing Terra with that thing. Hey, but that's Silver 3. A legendary for me? Please be something good. Please don't be trash. Totally not power level 11, but whatever. And Juju was pretty dang good on this map as well, so now it was her time to shine. Oh, wait. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, and there's Silver 3. That's what I'm talking about. And then I saw my Dynamite only needed one game, so I decided to finish off the day with that. That'll work. And that's going to be Silver 3 on him as well. Now, I started the day by predicting the EMEA monthly finals, which, of course, I have no clue who to choose. I was probably totally wrong. Maybe I was all the way right. Who knows? And then the Brawl Stars shop annoyed the heck out of me. But why does it keep saying there's new? There's not new. What's new? I've seen it all. Oh my God, it drives me crazy. It says new. There, I've looked through every one. It's no longer new, right? Bro, am I the only one? And then my friend Sleepy showed up and he had a low Kaze, so we got to work. Now my mastery was only bronze 3 with Jay, so we got to play him quite a bit, and Jay Young is actually really good and fun. There we go, there we go. Come on, Shade. Fix it off, there we go. Pickle Rick. Then Koala joined, but he wanted to play out in the open over 1,000 trophies with my Power 9J. But apparently that's still good enough to win. Then I came up with the bright idea that I should just go ahead and get my Tick Mastery title, and in the very first game, I clutched it. Oh my gosh, I 2v1 them with Tick. Y'all get out. But after a few more games, both winning and losing, I realized that it was going to take longer than I wanted, even with the mastery bonus, and really, I just wanted resources more than I wanted titles. So back to Jay I went, and he is actually moving up the ladder as one of my favorite brawlers in this game. Nope. Power 9 Jay beat you, bro. Power 9. Now, a handful of wins later, I got my Silver 3 right at 800 trophies. Next up, though, was Rico. One game is all it took. And since we were real close on Carl, maybe it would just take one game there, too. Okay, or maybe more than one game. And while, yes, I ended up tilting my Carl, Silver 3 was all that really mattered. Now, Terra was next on the chopping block, but we went back to Brawl Ball. That was such a sweet freaking play. And with that, chalk up another Silver 3 and the end of the day. 31 of my brawlers are at Silver 3. I still have got a lot to go. Now, it was Sunday, which was my day off, but it was also Father's Day. But also, it was the worst Mega Pig event ever. Now, I'll save you the misery of watching a lot of this, but suffice to say we won. A lot. And I got Colt 2 Gold 1. And as a final surprise bonus, I got an incredibly lucky star drop. After I did that, I grilled and hung out with my family and celebrated me, because it was Father's Day. Now on Monday morning, I came in and as normal, I checked the mastery and then claimed my free legendary star drop. Please, give me a hypercharge. That's actually good. After that, I jumped straight into rank for some warm-up. The first game went pretty well. However, in our second game, our Piper just decided not to play, so I just let that one go. But the third match was the perfect display of gold level ranked. From the Colt on the other team running forward spamming auto-aim, to my Frank hammering away at literally nothing, to the other team's Barry not understanding the concept of juking at all. But it didn't matter because despite me tearing the enemy team apart, my team was dead non-stop. I can't carry my team that freaking hard. Bright side though, I finished the quest, so it's not nothing. But it got better from there with a dominating Buster game, and then a couple games where my randoms weren't actually horrid, and they actually did pretty well. But perhaps the most entertaining was the last game, watching this Edgar just brilliantly prancing around in his natural habitat. My gosh, Edgar, my man, you are just a pristine specimen of, and with some ranked wins, meant that I get some awesome drops from the Pro Pass. Bro, or I get that instead. But I mean, maybe the Brawl Pass would be better. All right then, well, I guess back to grinding mastery. So then I decided to upgrade Eve, which I could only do one time because I'm broke. Then I thought we were on one map, but apparently I'm blind and took Eve on a map that was really bad for her, and I paid the price. But then some friends joined up and they had a Brawl Ball map selected, so I was ready for that. However, it got swapped at some point back to this other map again, and I went in with Eve and we lost again. So we went to dry season, where in Bounty, she's actually not that bad. After playing her for a while, it was just moving slow, so I went with Mr. P. Even though I didn't have his hypercharge, which is like the best part about him, I just felt like it would work better. And it actually did, as we cruised to Silver 3. And then it was time for the Balloon Boy, as I reached 71,000 trophies. Now we were starting to get down to brawlers that either A, I never really played much, or B, I just didn't like to play, and Mandy was one of those that I didn't really like to play, but I needed the resources, so... Now the funny thing is that I was playing with the piercing gadget, but I thought that it was the slowing gadget. Again, I never play Mandy, so I kept using that gadget to slow people down, not realizing that it was doing absolutely nothing. And after many games, I finally did realize that I had the freaking piercing gadget equipped the entire time. I've had the right oh my gosh, that changes things. And I immediately made work of it. And after a long haul with one of my worst brawlers and 100% accuracy with my supers, I got Silver 3. When I got home, I decided to keep pushing more on some of the ones that were pretty close. And I ended up getting even more Silver 3s to add to the collection. First was Eve, and then I finished off my Buzz one as well. Now I started out the day playing some Surge and Brawl Ball, and the games were going decent, but then Koala joined in and he was over 1,000 trophies, so games with a Power 9 Surge over 1,000 trophies, yeah, they get pretty rough. I mean, we were gaining overall, but it took about an hour to gain 100 trophies and to get to Silver 3. But next up was Barry, and he doesn't have much health either, but at least I can stay behind a wall. But against the Kenji, does it really even matter? I just die. I mean, I just die. And everything was going okay, but then I had one bad game. And I found out that if you don't deal enough damage or get enough kills, then the game thinks that you're a bot and gives you no mastery to stop the bot mastery farm. Wait, did I not even get any? Did I play so crappy that it's like, nah, you don't even deserve it? I played about as well as a bot. Sounds about right. So I guess I just had to try harder, and I did. And we won. And I got Silver 3. Next up was Barley, and to my surprise, it actually went off pretty well, chaining a bunch of wins. Except when we were playing Kenji's, which was all the time. And it was driving me crazy. Of course there's the Kenji. Why wouldn't there be a Kenji? Of course, I mean, there's a Kenji in every game. Please, nerf Kenji. Please, nerf Kenji. Please, 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 nerf Kenji. But otherwise, I was playing pretty decent, and another Silver 3 was in the books. Then I was picking my next brawler, and I decided to go with Gray, which has long been one of my favorite brawlers, but also one that I haven't played in a long time. Ah, I got the ball. And then for some reason, I decided I wanted to try the long hook strategy because I've seen other people do it, so I was trying to do it. And then I had a moment. I mean, I pulled it off, but I honestly kind of helped him. But it was cool to do. And that started a turn of events that led to 3 straight L's. But eventually we did get it done, and Gray made it to Silver 3 as well. So I spent the entire day moving my studio from my old one to this one. I moved 2 desks, lights, cameras, and a bunch of other stuff, painted the walls, and connected everything up in a day. I will say I had a good long run in my old studio, but hopefully this new one that's in my house works out much better. But as for the game, I did not play Brawl Stars at all. I got the studio set up just in time to start working on the update videos. However, I did manage to play a little bit on this day. That was before the update became too time consuming. And the mastery gains now were absolutely insane. All right, I got 770 mastery for that. And with that sort of mastery gain, It doesn't take too long. Now I noticed we had some tiers on the Pro Pass, so I grabbed them. Then I decided to play some M's, and in the first game, a dog walked straight at me just laughing at my damage, and I could do nothing to stop it. Dude, he literally just walked at me. Literally, what was I going to do? And then he tried to do it again. I mean, why wouldn't he? But this time, I actually had a super. No, don't kill him. Thank you. And then the game went down to the wire. Fearless, yes. All right, there we go, there we go, there we go. Go, go. Go, 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 go. Okay, dude, here we go. This is going to be game. Oh my God, we had no business winning that game, but we did. A few more games, and there's the silver 3. Now, I was having a hard time finding another brawler to play. We are running out of brawlers that are decent. 8-bit on this map is probably a very, very bad choice. But surprisingly, it didn't go too bad. There we go. I could have just kicked it in, but that one has no style. We take those. We take the dubs. Okay, there's silver 3 on him. Nice. But then I had to get back to work on the update, so no more playing for me. Now, a few days later, I finally had all of the update videos crushed, and it was time to make up for lost ground. First up was my ranked games. And of course, I picked brawlers who had quests. I didn't really care if they were good for the map or not. Of course, it helps when your opponents don't have the biggest of brains. Frank, seriously, my man. Frank, here he goes walking straight in. He's going to use his super. I kept picking brawlers that I needed quests for, and we kept winning. And after a handful of games, we were done with rank. Now from here, I was mainly focusing on trying to get quests done. I wanted to get a brawler leveled up a bit, and I was trying to figure out who to upgrade, and in the end, I decided on Bo, getting more levels, a gadget, and a star power. And then the Pro Pass gave me crap again. Surprise, surprise. I won't even buy like 1 pixel of a skin. And then we jumped into some games with my brand new Power 9 bow, and it was actually going pretty good. That is until my smoke alarm went off in my house. What? Okay. Now after that, we kept playing. However, I made the decision not to take my brawlers up to silver 3 anymore since I was time limited. Instead, I just wanted the coins, so I was stopping at silver 2. And Bo was right there. Now the race against the clock was on because I only had today to get as much as I could get done or until I hit the mastery cap, so Janet was next. Okay, cool. We did a thing. Let's go. All right, there's silver 2 with Janet. And then we had Amber, but again, at Power 9, over 1,000 trophies. And it was going to be tough. Whoa, how did you get there so fast, Serge? And it was. Because I'm just chaining deaths over and over again. So I decided to play something else because I was having trouble even holding my own lane. And I thought that Lily could work to add some aggression to our comp. And that worked out much better, so we kept with that. Hey, that's silver 2. But I had some quests in Knockout as well, so it was time to play this bizarre map. And Nani was close, so we went for it. And won. And checked another one off the list. And I kept cycling through brawlers close to my goal and was making some solid progress. What is this guy doing? But it was time for dinner, so I went in, cooked, and then later that night, I kept the push going. Now, it was a lot of the same, pushing as many brawlers to silver 2 as I could. And it was rolling along solidly until... And that meant that my mastery resource push was over. So how much was I going to get from all of this grinding that I did? Well, I woke up the next day and I was anxious to find out the answer to my question. Welcome to Star Park. Uncollected rewards from the old trophy road have been, and masteries have all been automatically collected. Let's see how much it gets me. 62,000 gold. And 5,500 credits. Holy crap. I didn't really know how much I had worked towards because I wasn't collecting them. I wasn't counting them, but You know what? 62,000. But that means I do got unlock Kaze straight away because I had enough to actually get her. The rest of it's going to go to fame, unfortunately. That's a lot gone to fame. 1,500 credits. That could have almost got Allie, the new brawler that's coming, but you know what? That's okay. Now, I decided not to claim any of my records because I wanted to save all the potential rewards from all the drops towards Allie. Maybe I collect one just so that it'll get this stupid thing away. Here, sure, 8-bit. Don't be credits. I also didn't claim the trophy road progress I made for the same reason. So then, after 800 days of playing Brawl Stars as a free-to-play, I now have over 72,000 trophies and every brawler in the game, including the ultra-legendary Kaze. So how long is it going to take me to reach 100,000 trophies? I have no idea, but if you want to join me for the journey, come back for the next one. I appreciate you all watching.